Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. -1 before Serie A is back, -3 before our beloved Juventus is back on the field. I can't wait to see our guys. Today we'll speak about a lot of things because I told you and I warned you that Mercato is crazy, but also we are entering the phase where Mercato is starting to be really hot, with a lot of players coming in to complete a Juventus that has the obligation to try to win the Scudetto, but also players that needs to leave because otherwise there will not be enough space for our new players. A lot of Mercato talk today, but we start with the first history thing because it's the birthday of Marc Giuliano. If you're a bit too young to understand who Marc Giuliano is and was, he was an important defender at Juventus and is really becoming a legend after in 98 that big contrast versus Ronaldo, not the number 7 that played at Juventus, but Ronaldo fenomeno that played at Inter in 98. That big contrast where Inter is still crying because they were saying that contrast was a penalty. A few seconds later we went into the box of Inter with Del Piero fault and there was a penalty that we missed. Anyway, we were already winning 1-0. We won the Scudetto in that year. Big controversy, but it's really funny because today on Corriere dello Sport they are speaking about the referees and they are saying we will try to do the referees like they are doing in England, letting play a lot more, and we will not go with every single contrast, but we will try to whistle only when it is a foul. There is a split between a foul and a contrast. Really strange that they are announcing that today on the birthday of Marc Giuliano that became a legend because of that. They are also asking the players to be a bit fair, so maybe it's a message to Mertens. I know Mertens is at Galatasaray, but players like Lautaro Martinez, Barella and so on and so on. I don't know. Guys, it starts tomorrow, Serie A, and in Gazzetta dello Sport you see a big page with all the possible lineups from all the 10 games. Guys, watch it. Save it if you want to. We also reported it in our Telegram group because it's important if you want to play together with us in Fantasy League. We opened the Fantasy League. We are nearly 400 members already. There is a Juve shirt to win for the winner at the end of 38 games. It's really easy. It's not sponsored, but super easy. You go with serieafantasyleague.com and then you have that code that you can find there easily. I will also put it in the description. Join us because it's your chance to win a Juve shirt that you can customize at the end of the season. If you're asking yourself, Pepe, but we are playing versus Sassuolo, we don't care about Fantasy League, and you want to know how we will play, apparently the papers are going towards that 3-5-2 with Bremer, Bonucci and Danilo as 3 center backs with 5 men in defense. We have our new rival that still needs to be announced by Juventus on the left side. Kostic just should go with the number 17. You will understand why in a second. On the right side, Cuadrado that is back after missing the game versus Atletico Madrid. Fagioli could have an important chance next to Locatelli as a regista and Zakaria that played nearly all the pre-games. And then on front you have Di Maria that will be right behind our player, our bomber Vlahovic. Speaking about bomber, speaking about top scorers, Gazzetta dello Sport is speaking about De Ketelaere, but more important, Scudetto a tutto gol. They are a bit changing the narrative of Serie A that is important to defend before attacking, be better not conceding before scoring, because they are saying the one that will score the most will have the opportunity to dream of the Scudetto. You go into that double page where they are saying it is a sprint towards the reign of Serie A. Who will score will be able to dream, and then they are showing a lot of different stats of all the strikers. We know that Juventus had a lot of difficulties last year, scoring only 57 goals, absolutely not enough, while Inter, for example, had a lot more with 84 goals, 69 for Milan, 74 for Napoli, and so on and so on. Even Lazio with 77 were 20 goals more than Juve, so that's a thing that we have to solve. How can we solve it? With players like Di Maria and Kostic. At least this is what Gazzetta dello Sport is saying, because Dusan ha fame. Dusan Vlahovic is hungry. So we continue with Kostic because that's another player, and we know it. We bought him for his qualities as a crossman, his qualities as an assist man, and Gazzetta dello Sport is saying Kostic pronto all'uso. He's ready to be exploited exploited, ready to play immediately. He's an instant player because he already did all the preparation with Eintracht Frankfurt. He's ready. He already played one official game versus Bayern Munich that he lost 6-1. Hopefully he can play his first game with Juve immediately and win it versus Sassuolo. If we continue, guys, Kostic, this is the main man on Tutto Sport. Occhi da Juve, eyes of Juve. Depay passi avanti, steps forward towards Depay. Rabiot United is in Torino. But going back to the eyes of the tiger of Kostic, yesterday I tweeted when I saw that image with him with that mask, thinking about Bane from Batman. You saw Batman, I said the same vibes with Filippo from Serbia. Has the determination of someone who will destroy all the opponent teams. Guys, I think that I'm quite proud of my tweet, because if you see the anger of Kostic, we can think about that Bane of Batman. Ecco Kostic, here is Kostic, torna la Juve dei cattivi. The Juventus of the real badass are back, and this is what we want. We were asking it all summer long. We want players that have that motivation, that grinta, and when we saw the eyes of Kostic, he has it, because he's finally at his 29 years in a big team, ready to fight for the Scudetto. A word that we heard from all the people, even Bremer yesterday in press conference. We all want to win. Di Maria, Pogba, when he will be back, we want to go and try to win that Scudetto. Two possibilities for Tutto Sport, playing with a 4-3-3 with Kostic actually playing wide on the left offensively, or a 3-5-2 really as a left winger, something that he's used to do. I was also thinking about a 3-4-2-1 if Depay would join, but we will speak about Depay in a second. Speaking about Serbian players at Juventus, we have a big history of Serbian players. The first one I always think about is Jugovic, the one that scored that winning penalty in Champions League, 77 games with Juventus. Mirkovic, not the same success, 50 games for him in 98-99. Then you had Kovacevic, Ergic that didn't play at all, Krasic, we know it, a great player, and then he totally failed. Vlahovic that is in our team, Filip Kostic that will start now, and maybe versus Sassuolo we start the count of his games, because he will probably play his first game in Serie A. We are waiting for maybe another Serbian player like Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, but I'm not sure if he will arrive or not. We come back on Bremer yesterday press conference. I will not again explain everything because I made a video about it yesterday. You can find it here, clicking the link, and you will be redirected. Please do it after. Wait, we forgot to put a like. I don't know if you're still here after 7 minutes and 26 seconds, but if yes, put a maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel, and we continue, guys, with Bremer. Yesterday, that was watching that Ballon d'Or of Pavel Nedved. He wants to win, and he wants to dream. We go to the other ones, because, of course, it's not a lot of time that defenders are able to win that Ballon d'Or. Who are able to win it is the strikers. Yesterday, I saw from Colo99 some beautiful edits of a lot of players. Then I also saw a Depay edit from someone else. Depay, mamma mia, what a player. And Gazzetta dello Sport is there to give us a bad news that Depay, that was really close to Juve, at the moment he launched and he sent a message to Juventus saying that he needs a bit of time. Why? I don't know. Juventus, that's why they are actually observing and studying, analyzing other players. They already said no to Icardi that Paris Saint-Germain was offering to Juve. Yesterday there was an important meeting for the entourage of Depay with Barcelona. You know that they want to split the contract, to stop the contract, so that Depay can leave for free. We don't know what has been said yesterday in that meeting. We are really curious. We are waiting, but we see that Tutto Sport is saying instead of waiting, Juventus want to sprint for Depay. They want their striker as soon as possible. They believe in him. Contract of 5 million per year. Of course, if it will not be that easy for him to free himself up from Barcelona for free, Juventus they have to react, and that's why they are also analyzing other names like Martial from United, Muriel from Atalanta, and the other M, the 3 M's, the third one that you never want to hear again, but he's still there. Milik is there. What about Keane? At the moment he will stay, but he's absolutely not sure to start the season with Juve, or at least not being here after the 31st of August. What about Cristiano Ronaldo? If you're asking, is that an idea? Probably not, because yesterday Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, he answered a fan fan that was asking to sign Cristiano Ronaldo, El Bicho back. He said, una vez, another time. No, please, because he's already 38. Bit controversy with the sister. And I believe that also Juventus, they have to think forward and not looking at the past, because we are looking at the past too many times, especially for a player that is a bit older, even if that doesn't change anything to the capacities and the skills of Cristiano Ronaldo. What about our midfield? Because that's a big question. A lot of people this morning were bringing Leandro, or Leandro, like Ekrem Konur was reporting, Leandro Paredes, to Juventus, with this kind of sand clock saying Leandro Paredes really close and soon to Juventus. Juventus found agreements with Leandro Paredes also for him, 5 million a year. We are really far away from these 8 millions to Ramsey, to Rabiot, and so on and so on. So 5 million a year until 2026. Everything has been agreed there. Juventus is ready to do the first official bid to Paris Saint-Germain. Guys, before him arriving, we need someone to leave. And who is that guy? It's Adrien Rabiot. Yesterday, there were agents of United in Torino to speak with Juventus. Everything is okay for Juve. They are receiving money. They were not even believing that this was possible. So they said, yeah, of course. The problem is that they have to convince Madame Véronique Rabiot that he's taking care as a top manager for her son condition. Look at that. He's earning 7 million at Juve. He wants to earn more. Also because he's doing a sacrifice, giving up on playing Champions League. So he said, in counterpart, I want a bit more salary. Will they say yes or no? We are waiting. But at 5 p.m. there is a private jet planned from Torino going to Manchester United. We don't know if Adrien Rabiot will be in that plane or not. Who knows? It can be a real decisive day. 5 o'clock Italian time. Let's see who will be in that plane. Guys, this was it for me. 11 minutes of video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are impatient as I am. I will try to do also before the Serie A start a prediction video for my top 4, the goal scorer, the surprise, the flop, and so on and so on. I will tell you a bit later. Thank you for following the channel again. Maximum of like. Let's hit 20,000 Juventini. Share the channel with all your friends, with your families. Ask them to subscribe. Grazie, forza. Juve.